today's pickup, Worcestershire Bosch boiler. Taken from a house. We don't know why it stopped working. They moved in, it didn't work. So we don't really know. I've got one very much like it, so I'm going to be taking a few spare parts like the pump and things like that. Just stuff that I can replace, you know, because I'm not gas safe. Anyhow, let's dig into this. This is a full unit. As it's come from the house, it's literally just been unbolted. And it's been disconnected from the water and the gas, and the exhaust has been cut off. So let's dig into it and let's have a look what we can find. So to start, I've moved the main body over there, and this is the backing plate. So this is the pressure relief thingamabob. I don't fucking know, I'll just call it the red bladder. But I'll be taking the flexi pipe, because you never know, bit of plumbing, why not, does your taps. That is steel, goes in steel pile. Frame's mostly steel, but we got us some brass, boys. Lots of lovely, lovely brass. So we'll be pulling them off, chuck them in a box. I'll tell you exactly how many kilos we get of that. Simply off the backing plate. So the house supplies and things, well, the water supply come in there, but we'll take all this off and we'll see what we get. But yeah, the house supplies will come in the back, here, here, and here, and then go off. So you've got input, output, etc., etc., hot water, central heating, the lot. But pull these off and we'll see where we go from there. So as you can see, under the caking of dirt, we have a bit of silvery metal there. Basically this. And it's got a snap ring on it. So if you just stick a small screwdriver, like so, underneath the snap ring, ping it off, and off it flies. Try and catch it. Now, it may be brass coloured, but it is magnetic, so it ain't brass. It's going in the metal pile, well, on the steel pile. This is steel as well, into steel pile. Now, I always turn this key just to make sure that the ball valve inside is open. Just basically, there's no way of getting the ball valve out of there. So why leave a great big chromy shiny thing in there for any person to look down and go, oh, this is dirty brass. Now, the rest of it looks alright, nice clean brass. You take that piece of metal off there, see what you can get. If it goes in as dirty, it's still pretty damn heavy, but if it goes in as just pure brass, you're laughing, aren't you? So, I'll try and show you the actual ball valve closed. But yeah, I opened them up. I'm not trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. If they want to crack them open and whatnot, it's up to them, but usually that's more time than they can be arsed doing. It's up to them. Thank you very much. I'll see if I can get a picture of that. As you can see, that's the ball valve partially closed. This one's got quite a lot of corrosion on it, so it'll just be brown anyway, but that's why I opened them up, rather than them have a look down there, see it in there. Why provoke the conversation that will ensue? Anyhow, so I'm not trying to be devious, but just open them. As you can see, all of them are off. We've just got the water inlet there to pull off, and that tiny little bit of metal there. You know yourself, you're never going to get everything absolutely 100% clean with your brass and your copper, because they've been used in plumbing. But you know, just make sure you look for washers, little bits of stuff like that, which is just going to cause and promote having that conversation. So if you can get it as clean as you can, why not, eh? I mean, this is your money shot right here. This is just one pure piece of brass. There's no lead or anything like that, no sealing on it or anything. That's what you're in it for. But we'll bung them in, and we'll see what our total is for brass, copper, and anything else we can find. Now onto the guts of it. Dun dun dun! So the cover really has nothing on it. It's just sheet metal with a plastic door. Just remove the plastic door if you're going to throw it in with your metal. Obviously, we're trying to keep things as clean as we can. Under here, we have the guts. Control panel, so you've got some electronics, boards and whatnot in there. Sorry, this is filthy. There you go, there's your pump, which obviously someone's been into at some point, but I'll be keeping that. Plenty copper and brass in there. All sorts of gubbins. There's these tubings, which obviously are quite thermally protected. Lots of spare parts, lots of handy dandy good stuff. Remember, check everything, you never know what might be cast aluminium, what might be steel, etc. Motors, copper bearing, etc. Wires, probably not worth pulling out, but you can throw them in with your unskinned if you like. Let's crack into it. Obviously there might be an emergency power pack in some of them, but we'll have a look at the electronics and see if anything's worth sending out as e-waste. We do have some good thick wires as well. So I'll crack into this for a bit and I'll give you a catch up when I pull most of this out. Operation You're the Doctor. So, here's a good tip. It's why you keep all your screws to one side. Right, in here is a brass nut. So take the plate off, screw in one of the screws, get yourself a big pair of pliers or snips, and or a claw hammer, and yank down it. As you can see, the plastic drops away. You'll be able to split the plastic, pull out the brass. You may damage the screw, but at the end of the day you can always throw the one screw you use for both sides away. Well, let's go for an action shot then. Watch this not work. So, screw it down as far as it will go. Not too tight, because remember you've got to get this out of here, and you may end up bending or damaging the screw in some way. Num num. Oh well. You can always just use the snips you used to break the plastic. And then you've got the piece of brass on the end of the screw. Pull out the screw, throw away the plastic, probably throw away the screw, and everything else goes in the brass box. Whee! You're going to get a lot of copper pipe like this. This is magnetic, therefore it goes in steel pile. And unfortunately, both ends are exactly the same, making the nut impossible to get off, because it's a compression joint. So, what I do, go over the middle, cut them in two, use a hacksaw blade or a reciprocal saw, angle grinder, whatever you want. It's not really recommended to actually crush them using the snips, because it'll be flat and you still can't get the nut off unless you fold it back over again. It's just a bit of a pain in the ass. So just cut it, 2 seconds, and pop both the steel ends off. Then copper pile, steel pile. You get the drift. So this time around we've got a brass nut, copper shaft, rubber O-ring, and brass compression joint. Take them all apart, everything goes where it should go, rubber goes in the bin, as any used rubber should. Remember guys, if your crosshead or Phillips is bald, use a small flathead, jam it in there and you will get that out of there. And now we're in the brains, bros, the brains! Remember, there's always free fuses. So guys, as I say, you may as well have all the proper connectors for the power supply for the pump. Taking this as well. Look at that, if you like. There you are. Turn all the fuses, but other than that, it's just a circuit board. I'm going to have this. This actually latches as a switch, so I'm going to have that. But then you got your e-waste there. Circuit board, not high grade, but what the hell? Sling it in. Every little helps. So we've got our copper containing heating element. Basically, it's an on-demand boiler. So inside there is a load of copper. I'm going to have to go away and look that one up, so that's going to be for another time. So that won't make it into our weigh-in, but that is heavy. We have a load of cast aluminium, which I've actually reattached that because of the motor on the other side that I actually want to save. We weighed in as just over 1 kilo of cast aluminium. Got our mystery bit on the back. It's not magnetic. I can't see it being tin coated copper, so, or aluminium coated copper, sorry. I think it's just aluminium, but I'll look that up. We got our pump motor that I wanted to save. Obviously it's very rusty water coming into that house. We have a load of spare screws and stuff like that, so that'll save us. We got our tubing that we want to keep. We've got our brass and our copper all nicely stripped, ready to go. And of course we've got the steel. So I'll put an annotation in and we'll give you what we got on today's prices, how long it took, so how much we earn an hour. Alright, just about time for me to wrap up and get back in the van.